Yeah.
anything. There's no update.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Duke got all their lines moved, but we're waiting on, well, not ETC, what are they now? Great Plains?
Yeah, Great Plains.
Okay. Did they got, didn't, they were supposed to last week.
They responded that they.
That's it.
Yeah, sure, good. They responded that they had come and done a site inspection.
Okay.
So they've at least been on site to look at it, so.
Okay. Cross our fingers. If we could get them all moving. Yeah, if we could get
There's a
them.
possibility
It's possible if
they'll be
they
done.
went ahead and got their stuff moved out, but O'Mara's not gonna make any of that decision until like the poles are gone. You know, they're not gonna move this up. We're in a
Okay.
better situation than we were a month ago.
Right.
But as far as it getting done this fall, still a long shot.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I just didn't know
We
if,
are ahead of
because we didn't
We
even
are
think
ahead
we
of
were gonna get the
schedule.
polls
Little
moved in
bit.
time, right?
And
So,
right, they were giving themselves till like October 3rd
right.
to have the new poll set.
Mhm.
So we are a whole month ahead of, that deadline, but now getting everything else out that.
Yeah. They can work on some stuff, but they can't work on it. They can't take poles out till they get everything moved off of them. So. But you guys are doing a good job hounding them, so. That's what I'm gonna say. All right, last on the consent agenda then is the list of checks and things, and we haven't had a chance to do that, but we'll take care of that after the meeting. So, I need a motion then to accept the department reports.
Make a motion to accept the department
All right,
report.
and I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we're done with that. Old business. Sarah, you want to talk about the budget? I got my stuff here, but we need to adopt that. Okay. There you go.
I don't know what you know, but I'm gonna hand you this anyways.
Okay, thank you.
So last month we discussed the budget and there were no concerns and I haven't made any changes.
Okay. So we just we're okay with this. Anybody, do you have any questions or anything we need to change? Then you want to make a motion? Accept.
I make a
Adopt it.
motion to adopt the budget,
That's
2025 budget,
2026.
2026
It's
budget.
already gonna be 2026. I know, it's amazing. All right, I'll second that motion. All in favor? Aye.
You need to mark your vote and sign.
Okay. And Josh isn't here. Can he do that later? How will that work?
It's a great question. I'll find out.
Okay. All right, we'll take care of that. Very good. And then I think, Lynn, we're up to you, aren't we, with the leak adjustment and some other policies?
So this was introduced, I think, last month. And Sarah had sent an email suggesting that we modify paragraph 5 to give her the authority, or give the clerk treasurer authority to make adjustments for anything under $100. So paragraph 5 has been amended to read that the town clerk, in coordination with the utility superintendent, shall determine and may adjust any request for reimbursement under $100. Requests over $100 shall be determined by town council in coordination with the utility superintendent at the next regularly scheduled meeting. So if everybody is satisfied with the language, we can adopt it on first reading this month.
Okay, very good. I didn't have any other issues either, and you're okay with that new language? Randall, you okay with that language? To make okay. Then I will make a motion that we adopt this ordinance to the water leak adjustment policy. All in favor? Okay. Do I need to sign that copy?
Well, next
No.
month we do second reading.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm holding that baby out. It's coming back. All right, takes care of that one. Anything new on Noble Properties? I didn't think there was, but.
There's nothing new.
Uh-huh.
I knew that we were coming up on the review hearing. It's scheduled for next month's meeting.
Yes.
Like he was notified that he needed to produce
so he
something or
was
we were
sent-
gonna
he
tear
was
it down,
sent
right?
And he was emailed a copy because he had said that was the best way to
Get a hold of him.
get something to him.
Right.
So he was emailed an unrecorded copy shortly after the meeting, and then I got the recorded copy back, and I sent him a reminder just this week or last week.
You still haven't heard anything.
Darn.
I have not.
Okay.
So we're probably just looking at demolition. now.
Yeah, next meeting, do that review. Okay, next on the agenda is the practice field, and I did get a call, yay, from Lori late this afternoon. That they were kind of in the midst of another project and couldn't get back to me till today, but they're going to do some they're trying to locate some satellite surveys to kind of look at the lay of the land. She doesn't think it's really changed from when the project first started out there back in, what, 2007, 8, along in there. So she thinks they can get their hands on the topography and kind of see about the drainage and that kind of stuff. So she's also going to go back and look at original plans, and then she's going to put together some recommendations for us so that we can get a bid document, not a bid document, but we can publish. Yes, we can, seek bids with a little information in them so that we don't just get we just want to make sure, that's like I told her, we just want to make sure that it gets done the right way when we do it. So she will be back to us soon with that. And Lynn, ordinance updates, right?
So this was a lengthy, just a modification of some updated ordinances. So last month, like, we kind of introduced it. I think we had a kind of full agenda.
Yeah, we did. Kind of like this one too.
So we tabled it for this month, but basically what we're doing is we're just updating some things, taking some things out of the ordinances. 28-5-6-8 had some adjustments to the language. We were repealing all of the existing 28-81 through 88 and replacing it with a modified street cut ordinance that was
Right.
just more up to date.
Right.
And then I think we were also then amending the ordinance just to update some of the fine language, just to get them up to date, because I think some of the fines were
Yes, the fines were,
really low.
really low, $1.
Right. So we had updated the fines on chapter 32 just to make them more contemporary with what's happening now.
Yeah.
So if everybody's okay with this, you can pass this on first reading and then next month, second reading.
Okay, are you okay with it? I am, I know. Okay, all right, so I'll make a motion that we accept the changes to the ordinances that she's done there. Right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, and then we'll finish that up next month then, right? Okay,
Yes.
and that finishes all those ordinances, doesn't it?
So,
So,
I
I'll go back and double check.
kind of did that today too, and I kind of got lost with it.
I've looked at it once and a couple of weeks ago, and I think that's the very end of it. So that's been a kind of a lengthy process, about 6 or 7 months of it, but it's worked out well. So, okay, thank you very much. Yeah, I got it done. So that's a good deal. Or almost done. We'll get it done next week or next month. All right, Lynn, a resolution for the outreach fund.
So this is, Sarah had suggested that we create a fund that basically where you can donate to certain community events or certain organizations or that type of thing. So this is the Community Outreach Fund, and it's generically read that it's established from which donations, contributions, various community organizations or events can be made.
Yeah.
So this one, if you're okay with the way it reads, and Sarah, if you don't need anything more specific than that,
That sounds good.
okay, then you can approve that tonight. So it's a resolution, only takes one reading.
Oh, okay. So
So
we'll make a
I'll
motion.
make a motion to accept
Mhm.
changes to the ordinance for the community outreach fund.
All right, and I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
So can we sign off on it right now then?
You can.
Wow. That's a quickie. There you go. And then Josh will not sign, right? But you need to sign. Yeah, probably not. All right, and there you go. Very good. All right. Community Night of Worship is next on the agenda, and we got a request from Rachel Lawhorn, almost called Mathis. And this Friday night, the Community Night of Worship starts at 6 p.m. And they are requesting some street closures and barriers and trash barrels for that event, just like they did last year. She wants to know if we can close First North Street and Main Street on Friday, starting at 4 PM. So is there anything else, Holly, I should know on that one? Okay. And I'm gonna make a motion that we allow that. We did that last year. It was a great event. I'm sure they've, all right. All in favor? All right. Take care of that. Let's look at salary ordinance. Do we?
What they doing for this road over here?
Bounce house,
Both streets.
be like right in the intersection. She wanted,
So she just wants barricade down there,
yeah.
Okay.
I'll confirm,
I'll set them on the corner.
yeah.
Okay.
You might suggest you talk to the sheriff's department too. Just to make them aware.
Yeah, make them aware that that'll be closed. Okay, anything else on that? All right, salary ordinance. Do we need to do anything tonight? I mean, I asked Renee and Josh to both kind of look at it and kind of think about what we might want to do.
We just need to be thinking about the percentage and get it decided so I can get something ready so that Lynn can look over it so we can get it signed by the end of the year.
Okay, so,
Not have any special meetings.
and not have special meeting, yeah, right. But can we make that decision at the October meeting? Will it still give you plenty of time or enough time?
Yep.
Okay, all right, and then I'm gonna put that back in the file and we'll do that next month. Finish that up. We haven't discussed, I just sent them the things to think of.
at it, yeah.
You're right, to look at
we
it and
haven't
kind
had
of
the
think
chance to
about,
talk about it.
I had, kind of been following on the listserv and a lot of what I'm seeing is 2.5 and 3s. Some of them 2. I think I saw 1, 2, but couples 2.5
What
and
is that
3.
again?
So
What did you say?
2.5 and 3%
What were you looking at?
on the
Your-
listserv.
Oh, okay.
Do you belong that listserv?
I don't think so.
Do you want to get a whole bunch of emails?
If I need
There's a
to.
lot of good information that comes through there.
I'll make a note to email them back to it.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff that comes through there. It sometimes gets overwhelming. Like these last 2 months with me, it's been overwhelming, but
Okay.
whatever. All right, now, sewer and water rates. Did you get a hold of the guy
I didn't get a response.
didn't get a response? Okay, so the sewer rates that are being proposed, I kind of tried to put stuff, pass these around. I think I sent this to Lynn too. Holly can look through. I got extra copies tonight. Send one down to Randall. This is what came out of our the utilities study that we don't have the final documents on yet, but these are the numbers. No, this is not. These are the numbers that came from our sewer rate study. Okay. And there are, currently you can see that we are running in the red. We're not charging enough right now for our sewer services. And then if you look at what they proposed the one in the middle there, and that would be like some short-term projects. What we do know is we need about $5 million worth of sewer work done over the next several years here in town. The clay pipes are 90 years old now almost. And so we've got some things that we have to do. These are short-term projects. Okay. And they're saying that the monthly increase, or it should jump then to $15.38, which is a $7.27 a month increase. That's for most of our customers, the first 5,000 gallons. If it's over that, it's a little bit different, but that's what they're saying. That works out to a big chunk, an 89% increase. If we look at both our short-term and some future projects, yeah, the recommendation is 199% increase. I don't think we can do that. Okay, we're not going to do that. But I do think we've got to look really, really hard at being able to, number one, we have to find matching money. And we typically go to the Tyson Fund for that. And we have gone to them again this year. And I have a little news on that here in a few minutes. But we have to raise matching money ourselves too, to be able to do some projects. And in order to do that, to raise matching money and raise enough money for repairs and pay our bills, it's probably going to take We haven't raised rates since 2015, I believe it was. And, so we're getting smacked. So my question to you is, just like I think I've asked this before, can we, when we choose to raise rates, can we do that on an escalating scale?
Okay.
Because I don't really want to say we got to take 89% next year, but I'm thinking if we could maybe go at 50 and then the next year 60 and 70,
You can do that.
Okay, so we need to talk as a board. The three of us need to sit down and with Sarah probably too and figure out what we think. And Randall, because he knows kind of some of the pressing issues with the sewer system. So my thought is we're gonna have to get this others at some point. But I just don't see asking
We don't have a
people
way
for
around
200.
it yet.
No, we don't have a way around it. I mean, we have to have a good working sewer system, and there are some recommendations coming down the pike for how we do that exactly. We don't have all those final things. We'll have probably call a special meeting to go through that with the engineers once they get that finished, but that's where we stand. So I guess we're just gonna kind of make it public that this is a big issue and it's coming down the pike, and we're gonna do everything we can to curb it and it's just it's the cost of, it's the cost of doing business. It's the cost, we have repairs to make. Randall had a whole list, a laundry list, probably what, 6 or 7 different, I thought looked like pretty major, I just realized where my notes are. They're in my folder here. Pretty major repairs this last month, right, Randall? And so we got to recoup that. And then that brings me to the water rates, which of course, maybe the public doesn't know, but those rates went up by 25.45% on June the 19th, I believe was the date. And we haven't raised water rates for 15 or 10 years either. And we have to do it. We don't have a choice. We have to be able to cover our bills and be able to cover the repair bills. So, and the good part about, I guess if there is a good part, the good part about the water is our water system's in pretty darn good shape. We've got just 2 or 3 projects. One's a looping project, finish a loop, and a couple other things, but we don't really have any major projects right now. And hopefully we won't, because we've done a lot of repairs. The other thing I think I want the public to know, if anybody's listening to this and those of you who are sitting here, is that, we get money, we can apply for grants from the Office of Community and Rural Development. And we do that with most of our big projects. It's OKRA for short. But the situation with Okra is such that, there's a lot of communities that need money just like us. And so I think it's on a 6-year or maybe a 7-year cycle. You can apply for an Okra grant for a maximum of $750,000, and you have to match that with usually about 10%. But that's the maximum you can apply for. And when you start looking at what we need $5 million worth of work. And it's going to take a while to do that with a $750,000 project, or a $850,000 project, basically is what it would be, every 6 years. And so we're going to have to finance some things. We know that too. So that's in the works. We're doing the best we can. I think we are eligible for a stormwater project, and we have a couple things on the list for that. We're eligible for that, and we will be eligible for, I think our last sewer project was 2019. Is that right, Randall? You don't know, you weren't here. 2019, I think, was the last sewer project. So we are within a year of being ready to do one of those. And we're hoping some of that money from the ready will come through. We've got a project in, but that could be a real blessing if that were to come through. So that's just a little update on that stuff. Questions, anybody? All right. Next on the agenda is the HWC contract for the comprehensive plan. Holly announced, I think last month, that we did get that grant, the Okra grant for the comprehensive plan. And we selected HWC as our to do this for us, to build the comprehensive plan for us. And so I think I need to sign here on page 10, but I think we need to accept it before I do. So I'll make a motion.
So moved.
So moved. All right. And I will second that. All in favor? Aye. Well, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. These pages are a little goofy because there's an addendum with them. That's why. There it is. All right. So, today is the 2025 by Roxanne Meyer. I have to print. Fill all this in, maybe. Except for my signature, but I didn't. And 9/9/2025. And then, Holly, will you take care of making sure this gets scanned and then sent to, oh, I think I need to date page 1 too. The 9th day of September. All right, we'll make sure that Haley gets that then. Here, I'll put it on. Thank you. All right. And then we also have a contract here related to the comprehensive plan. Southeastern Indiana Regional Planning is going to administer the grant for us, SERPC. They do that for all these big grants, and we always appreciate their help. So I've looked at the contract. It's the same contract that we get for every grant we do with them, basically. So we'll make a motion on this one that we sign this one. All right. And I will second that. All in favor? Aye. 2-0. Now my note says sign on page 8. Aha, here it is. Chief elected official. I guess that is me. And you need to attest. So I'll pass that to you. And then Holly, can I put you in charge of this one too? And you'll make sure that that gets back over to SERPC then. Great. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. Oh man, we go through these, didn't we? All right. No, we're not on that. Okay, the last thing on the list, it didn't make it to the list, but we did get a notice from the Tyson Fund that they are funding a lot, almost all of what, 90% of what we asked for. So we're pretty pleased with that. I can't remember what all we had on there, but I know we probably had, I know we had sewer repair money, we had sewer match money too on there. Water meters. Okay. Oh, probably the street sweeper payment. Yeah.
Practice field.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we did ask him for some money there, so that's good. All right, so the meeting is on Jim Tyson's birthday, which is September 14th. That would be Sunday, and it's at 7 p.m. and it's at the Tyson Church in the sanctuary. And I would encourage all of us to try to attend if we can. It won't last long, half an hour. They pass them out and take pictures and, you know, go on your merry way. But I think it's important. I got to looking back at some numbers, and I think over the last, you know, when the fund first started, I think 1937, it was started in 1930, but I think 37 was the first year that were actually, or 34 was the first year that were proceeds. It was $125. And this year, the proceeds were up around the 800,000 range, and 667 something was the money that went out to the public, then to the nonprofit organizations and the communities. And so what a legacy he left. And just makes me feel good to be able to go back. Anyway, so I started to say, so I looked in the last probably, well, since I've been on a board, I think almost over $2 million that we've gotten from the Tyson Fund to do projects, which is pretty big. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. So pretty pleased with that. Anyway, so Sunday night, 7 p.m. at the church. If you can attend, I would appreciate it, as well as the Tyson board people would appreciate it. All right. Anything else?
I have one more thing.
Oh, yes.
I should have forwarded you guys this email, but It is from Mickey Green, and she is requesting for CEF to have their 5K October 25th, and it'll start at 5 p.m.
That's another one again. I mean, we do this every year, right?
Is there anything going on?
I'm gonna look here, but somebody check it out.
Mhm.
Do they wanna have it?
At the Saturday. They typically start it down here at the corner, don't they, at Sherman's or somewhere along in there. They basically run the same route that we run it for the the Main Street 5K. Joe, got any problem with that? They may need you to,
The watch.
no. What was the date again?
October 25th.
25th. I'm not seeing anything on my calendar at all. So, yeah, they may need you to lead them or something like that. They may be in touch and they may check with you. You will be gone on vacation? Good. Okay. Well, who will be? Yeah. Okay. And then you can let your guys know. So, yeah, I make a motion that we allow that. All right. All in favor? All right. And then just tell her she needs barriers or whatever. She's got to let us know. Not last minute.
Did anything else?
Okay. Okay, that's good. I think they do their own painting and all that. I think they've asked Joe, haven't they asked you in the past? The CEF, haven't they asked you for that run to? Mhm. Yeah. So she may be in touch. So 3, 2, where are you going? Okay. I want to.
And I have a question, who's ultimately responsible for cleaning up there? Sports complex.
Well, are you talking about the situation today, maybe?
Yeah.
Well,
I
if
thought
you-
we got till
Have you talked to Randall about that?
hour and a half ago.
Yeah. Okay. There was in the restrooms out there. Did you know this? And Danny didn't say anything. Did he work out there today? He usually checks restrooms, doesn't he? Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Is there-
There was an incident. There was
I guess
some.
that's been that way for 2-3 days.
Okay. Yeah. In the men's restroom, right? In the soccer building or it was in the baseball building. Okay. You know anything about that? You haven't been out there, have you?
I've been on the soccer buildings. We would have known about it if it's at the soccer.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and that's what I told the deputy the deputy that called, you know,
Canes uses it. So,
But he's got a key, right?
does he have a key to the restrooms probably.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Okay. Well, we'll check in, and figure out what happened there. There was an incident that they were a little concerned about, but I think they got it. I think they were controlled. I hope. So, all right. Anything else? Anything else for the good of the group? All right. If not, I'm making the motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:40.
Second.
All right. All in favor? Hey, that one looked faster than I thought it was going to go. I'm getting better, aren't I?
The hold up.
We'll tell him that when he comes back.
Yeah.
We'll tell him that. Joe, you want Phil Randall in on what that was? Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah, I figured it was way. I just need to check this out.
I'll then tomorrow or shoot an email.
Well, she's left.
Not her.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to.
So there's.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm